Oh, it's getting hot in this Sunday. 81 degrees. 80 degrees. Yo, what's up? We are live on Main Street. My name is Johnnie. We're on Zoom. Yeah. We on Zoom. We're going to talk about some things. So make sure y'all tap it in. Make sure y'all telling y'all people. And we're going to get it popping. How was y'all weekend? What y'all do? Let me know. Tap in. One of the topics we're going to talk about today. So let's see what I'm doing wrong. Just had my face up there. That's crazy. That's crazy. Insane. Okay, there I am. So let's do a few things here to get this thing the way it needs to be. No effects. Come out of that. Stop video. I need to stop video. There it is. Okay, cool. All right. So we are in here. We are in the building. Oh, okay, yeah, there it is. No. Is that me? Are you serious? That's me? All the moonbeams and sunbursts. That is me. So I am here in the studio. One of the things we're going to talk about today is sneaky links and how, okay, we got 2 people watching, so that's cool. That's cool. All right. So I often ask myself, what is cheating? Because I'm not even gonna lie, I kind of messed my relationship of my marriage with what would you consider what my ex-wife considered cheating. And I'm gonna tell you what I did. I'm gonna confess to what I did. This is like it was like we in church, and this is confessional. So I'm gonna confess what I did. And then you guys tell me if it's cheating. I know most girls will probably say that it was cheating, but I don't know. Guys may have a different perspective. So that's what we're going to talk about. And if you have any comments, please leave your comments so I can take a look at them. And I will make sure that I will get back with you. And we'll talk about that. It's going to be not too long, kind of short today, because we have to work out some bugs and things like that. But nevertheless, we are here. So what I did is, this was when Facebook first came out and it was popular in, inboxing and things like that. So I was learning it, getting to learn it, getting to understand it. And one of my exes from a long time ago, like high school, jumped in my inbox. Right? And I was like, oh, this is harmless, because I knew she lived in Atlanta. So I live in Peoria, Illinois. She lived in Atlanta. That's miles away. So I was like, hey, maybe it's so cool. Me and my wife, we wasn't talking a whole lot. We was getting into it. So to me, it was really refreshing to be able to talk to somebody other than who I was with at the time. And we would discuss how things were going in life. She would ask me how my day was. I mean, it was cool. It was a cool conversation. And I'm not gonna lie, eventually we talked about what we used to do, how it used to be, sneaking around and things like that. But keep in mind, I'm married. So, but it was interesting to be able to talk to somebody about things y'all used to do, because those things were fun. That's what you did. You made it fun then. I mean, just because you're married, I understand that you got to bond with that person. You got a commitment to that person, but that's still not going to erase what you used to do and how that was fun. Like we, did stuff on Landmark parking lot. That was dope, To me, that was dope. And things like that. We snuck around. Our parents was cool with each other and things like that. So we were kind of rekindling those moments. So I didn't think of it as being anything big because I knew in my heart that it would never come to a head to where we're actually doing it again. Because she was in a different city altogether. Sorry about that. So that was my cell phone falling. So yeah, we got never mind. So anyway, so I was rekindling what you would say, rekindling fire. We were talking about, there it goes. We fell over. So my ex-wife found out about it. Long story short, my ex-wife found out about it. And she was livid. I mean, she was livid. I was in Chicago at the time where she found out about it. And what she did, she got into my account. She got my password and she got into my account. Or maybe I left it open or left it somewhere in the computer. But she got into my account. And when I got back home, I was nervous. I didn't know how I was going to approach this. I didn't know how I was going to go into it. But she had all of our conversations like printed out and laid across the bed. I was like, holy shit. So at that time, it dawned on me like, yeah, this could be considered as cheating. This doesn't look good at all. And it didn't look good. It showed that I was having a mental relationship with someone else is what it showed. It showed that I was giving more time to that person as far as on an intimate level than I was my wife. So I understood at that point that it was a form of cheating. Even though it wasn't sexual. Because to me, that's all. That's the only way you can cheat, is sexual. Up to that point, to me, that's the only way you can cheat is by having sex. But I didn't really understand that you could hurt somebody just as much by having conversations and things like that. So she was mad. But understand, and the reason why I didn't understand, because I used to work in a warehouse, and I seen like intimate relationships at night with married people all of the time. Like, if you're working in the warehouse, you're going to have a warehouse girlfriend, a warehouse wife, meaning every day you go to work, there's going to be some girl that you're having conversation with. It's not the guys all the time. There's going to be some girl you have a conversation with, especially if it's third shift, like who's working third shift. Most of the time you come home, your significant other is getting up, getting ready for work, or trying to do her thing for the day. So you're at your peak, you're at your wokeness more than likely at nighttime. So that's when you're going to have conversations and things like that. So there's a lot of relationships going on inside of the workplace, believe it or not. I honestly think we'd be better off. Well, maybe better off going to YouTube. Facebook is just doing it on Facebook. Handle your business. So yeah, that's better.
So third shift, you say. Third shift relationships are more dangerous, you think, than first shift, relationships? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean, no, I didn't. Not saying that. I'm just, you're gonna have some type of relationship with somebody else at work, whether it's first shift, second shift, third shift. Third shift can be the most dangerous, true, because you're at your wokeness at third shift, because that's when you work. That's when they work. When they get home, then they get drowsy and they're probably not as intimate with their other person as they, as they could be, because third shift is draining you. So that's the situation that I was in. Third shift, I was up. I was up, ready to work, ready to make that money so we can have a good life. But then you get home, it's like, oh, right, you know. But like I said, I've seen a lot of relationships happen at work, and you never really think about it like that. And I'm sure some of the relationships went past the workplace. You know, like, hey, what you doing when you get off? So that's how things happen. Guys have to understand, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing with your girl, all another guy has to do is come in and do those things that you're not doing.
Just a couple.
He don't have to pay bills right away. He don't have to go through all the bullshit that most guys go through with a female, like far as day to day. And he just has to be there. He has to pick up where you're not picking up at. And to a female, that is very, very, very attractive because it makes it look like, and for guys, it's an easy task. All you have to do is find out. All you have to do is have a couple conversations with her and find out what he's not. You know, females are so willing to tell what their guy isn't doing. You know, he don't compliment me enough. He don't say nothing about my ass. He don't, you know, so just being around a female for a little while, you'll understand what her guy isn't doing, is or isn't doing.
Yeah.
And so then if you do your homework, then you can start picking up on that stuff and you can start doing it. So that's how
you teaching gigolo skills.
You too can be a gigolo.
$19.99 a month.
Yeah, but that's one thing I was saying that I said is like you know they don't have to go through that what you guys went through, you know, struggling and pay bills and just everyday life that a couple has to go through. And so all they have to do is come in and, like I said, pick up. And it seems to a female, to anybody, it seems brand new. You know, females are the same way. Females are the same way. If they pick up enough of what the girl is doing, and they can build on that. And that's kind of how relationships start. Yay, turn up tax season.
My apologies.
So statistically, you know, Black marriages, a lot of them aren't lasting anymore. 10 years, 3 years, you know, then you have a struggle. They say once you get past the first year, you're good. You go. You know that y'all gonna be together for a long time. But I don't see that as being the case anymore. You know, people aren't staying together for 30, 40 years, 50 years, you know. You look at your grandparents, some of their grandparents that hate each other. I can't stand you. I hate you. But they stuck together. They stuck it out. And they didn't try to, you know, go to anybody else or anything like that. I know growing up, when I came up, you know, in my teenage years, I could have like 4 or 5 females. I tell the story all the time. And I'm not saying it was right, but I could have like 4 or 5 females. But they better not talk to anybody else. They better not talk to nobody else on the phone. Like, that's a violation. And they understood that. They was cool with that. You know, but nowadays you got which had a female movement. You got Beyonce who came out and she did her thing, you know, you ain't paying no bills, you know, boy bye, boy to the left and all that shit. You have to understand, yes, females stick together. They strengthen numbers. So what a female sees another female do, it's a good chance that she can use that, she can build off of that. She can start building her strength off of what she sees another man or another female doing. You know, guys aren't like that, not like females are. So we're gonna talk about that here in a little bit too. I'm gonna write that down so we can get back to it. But females have strength in numbers. If you have a female that's cheating and she has another friend who's married, the friend who's married may end up being influenced by her because that's just, like I said, that's just strength in numbers. She may be influenced by her treating. So that type, and that's why you always hear guys say that if you married, why would you want to be with a female? Why would you want a female friend who's not married, or you're hanging around a bunch of females? Because they have strength in numbers. They're gonna attach on to what the other female is doing now. So you should be worried about that. But now let's fast forward to this generation. You had Beyonce, who came with the women's power movement. Boy, you ain't paying my bills. They was that a song, bills, bills, bills. TLC jumping off with Creed. That's why I Creed. Yeah, those songs were important in order to get that movement started to where we are today. You had to have Creed and songs like that to get this, Red Light Special. You had to have those songs because, like I said, it's strength in numbers. We didn't understand. We was like, oh, that's a nice song. That's a little raunchy. That's a nice song. Females was learning. They was learning, picking up on that.
Actually, I do. I apologize for intrusion. I intended for this to be your solo. Still, what I'm thinking is, okay, those songs that you're speaking of were more like a warning, right? A warning sign, like, pay attention, listen, like, we're going to do the exact same thing you guys are doing.
So,
right? Because you're not stopping. So we're going to do it too. You know what I mean? So I think it was some validation for some stuff. You know what I mean? Instead of just saying, okay, since y'all doing it, we ain't going to deal with y'all. They saying, we'll deal with y'all, but we're going to do what y'all doing too. You know what I mean?
Guys messed it up. We messed it up. We fucked it up. And I'm going to tell you why. Because we was just cheating, playing these females, crying and all this and all that, before Beyonce. Look at Mary J. Blige. Most of her songs are like, man, you hurt me.
Wow, yeah. Like, everybody was congratulating Mary for getting over KC, right?
Yeah, and then you got what's that one girl had a song? You shouldn't have been here. All of the songs was talking about how bad you treated me.
Yeah.
Right?
How did you get here?
How'd you get here?
Nobody's supposed to be here.
Nobody wants to be here. Bitch LA, something in my heart, they was like, we need to be playing those songs so we can hear what it was.
You understand my type of
That's why when Beyonce came in, the newer generation was like, fuck all that. We tired of crying. We tired of being cheated on, and she came with that movement. We didn't understand that, but she was telling these females, look, forget all of that. Then Mary J. Blige, because Mary J. Blige kind of between both eras.
She was coming out of it.
Yeah, she was coming out of it. You know what I'm saying? Ashanti was one of those leaders that they told her to write how you feel. Write the pain that you've been through. Because those songs are going to hit, because that's what females was in. So Ashanti was writing those type of songs. Man, But, again, Mary J. Blige is right in that era. So then she started writing empowerment songs. Like, I'm getting over you. I don't need you anymore. Woo, woo. I can move on to where she at today, where that song is beautiful. I get up and I'm just going to say that I'm beautiful. She started another movement. Where now females is getting to a point where, you know what?
It's not just revenge, it's self-affirmation.
Boom. I don't even need that nigga no more.
Yeah.
I can pay my own bills. You look at her. You look at Mary J. Blige before videos, and most of them, I think, no, I don't say most of them because we have to go look at it. But she had some dude in them. She's talking about some dude. She talking about no dude in this video. She waking up in a big ass house, looking like she paid. It's a movement. It's a whole movement, and guess what?
It's been a movement. It's been a movement since the early 2000s. When you think about it, all of the popular artists, all of the popular female artists, they married dudes, they made babies. I mean, they married dudes, their careers advanced, they made babies, then they divorced these cats. And they've been single or just mingling ever since.
Right. That's what I'm saying, because it's saying it. I'm not gonna get into all this, but okay, she probably gonna kill me. But in my situation, with my wife, she had 3 sisters. Okay, they were all in a relationship, all married. When one got a relationship, the other was like, you know what I'm saying?
They were ready to get out.
It's because it showed them it's okay. There is life after that. Girl, get yourself together. Yeah. It's strength in numbers. Females will have strength. I don't know why guys aren't like that, but yes, absolutely. They're telling females, look, go back to school. And this is a good thing. Go back to school, get your education, get you some money, and put that nigga out. And
that's funny.
That's what's happening.
That's funny.
So
that is funny.
Yeah, it is sort of funny. It's sort of funny in a way. Yeah. Social media has allowed these things to happen. Facebook is I think is one of the biggest relationship killers of the 21st century.
Oh, indeed. Social media, period. Mm-hmm. The internet, period.
Mm-hmm. It changed the whole game. Because now, remember when I said back in the days, I had 5 females, and they were not talking to nobody else? Mm-hmm. Okay, they understood that, and that's just what it was. It wasn't no, maybe nah. What? Who you talked to? Who today? Who called your phone? Oh, you tell that don't ever call your phone again. So that's just how it was back in the day. That's how I grew. That's what I knew. Be that pimp dude. And that hurt a lot of us because that's what sparked them to do what they did. But now social media, all a girl got to do. Let's say if you in a relationship with somebody and you acting an asshole, you ain't paying no bills, and you doing what you do. All she got to do is get on Facebook and be like, I'm bored. That's it. Or he tripping.
It's gonna be a flood in the inbox.
What?
A flood.
A flood. So now she knows.
Regardless of what she looks like.
Yeah.
Regardless of where she lives.
Right.
Regardless of what she earns.
Right.
And regardless of how many kids are at home when you get there.
Right. It's just because there's some guys that they literally will, they just, they want something. They want it that night. They want to, they want to fuck. I mean, I don't know but they want something that night. So it doesn't matter. But that's the world we live in nowadays. Social media has upgraded. It has uprooted what we consider healthy relationships.
Yeah.
And not even that, like, as you guys are having a relationship or you guys are she's taking pictures, putting them on Facebook, like, yeah, we had a good time, woo woo, or fuck my man. I know one girl put on there earlier today, like, I got cracked so good this morning. I'm in a gift shop buying gifts. I want to jump in there and buy. You know what I'm saying? Because
I can do that too.
Yeah, that to me it sounds good. It sounds tempting. You know what I'm saying? So
challenging.
Yeah, like I want to crack her too. Like, so even though she's giving that guy props, it attracts other guys.
Because it gets into the male competition.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like the animal world. It's like we are in competition a lot.
I tell people on a regular basis, the same psychology you use to raise an infant is the same exact psychology you use to break an adult human, right? It's the same psychology you use to train your animals. It's the exact same stuff, right? Understanding moods and emotions, right? And what the triggers are for the individual. It's the same psychology.
Same psychology.
So if you're used to collecting this sort of information, right, and you know how to profile people, it kind of like makes it even easier for you if you're one of those, sexual emotional predators.
Absolutely. Like what I said when I was pimping, one of my biggest things, and I lost it because when I got married, it flew out the door and I never tried to get it back. But that was one of my biggest. There's no way you could have 5 females without being able to zoom in and find out what each one of them needs. And you just work with that. And to me, it was so easy. It was flawless. Like I feel like I could add on more females, females, add on, because I understood that all I had to do was find out what each one was missing, what each one needed, and I would feel that.
Was it you I was talking to today about, the lion mentality? You're going to eat today if you're, proud of where you are right now.
Right.
Right? If you're not proud of where you are right now, you're not going to eat. most gigolos are really proud of their accomplishments, right?
Right.
And so they have to prove, they have to validate, those accomplishments. Why am I the king of the pride? Oh, there's one.
Yeah.
Let me prove it.
Exactly. One female, and you made it. You seen this posted somebody that I shared with somebody that said that if a guy has a lot of females, they can't be happy with themselves.
It's impossible to be.
Maybe deep down inside, you're not happy with yourself. But what you're doing is making that guy very, very, very happy.
Oh, physically, we can't even say not even physically, because that's a draining lifestyle. That is a very draining lifestyle. You have to really be someone who consumes a lot of food to do that, right? So this is why big guys excel.
Right.
I'm serious. I had a cousin. I won't say his name because of the same hood around here. But I had a cousin. I mean, for real. This man said, let me get a shot of any alcohol, a couple of bananas, and a box of chicken. I will take down every female in its club. And he meant that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because he was proud of his stature in that jungle that he inhabited. Right? And so I don't know how I got back to that same doggone point, but
yeah, men on the prowl.
And there are women, we were discussing this earlier. There are women who are doing the exact same thing nowadays, when back in the day you had to coax it.
You know why?
Right?
You know why?
You could sense that they wanted it, but you had to coax it out of them to tell you this is what.
You know why?
Now they're just.
You know why?
Yeah.
Megan Good. Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
They brought out that culture because now once you pass Beyonce, you pass Mary J. Blige or whatever. They came out and started saying, you know what? We can fuck just like niggas fuck.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's strengthening music. You don't even understand music. And this is what they listen to. This is what they listen to. Oh, girl, what? Anytime Megan come out a song like, oh, he a bottom feeder.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Or wet ass pussy. Oh, what, girl? We can say that? We can really walk around like that, or we can, thoughts. One girl said, what she say? Ratchet ass summer. I can't think of the name now. The song I used to play all the time in the club, and it wasn't a big pop song, but the females knew it. It was called something like Ratchet Ass Summer or something like We Out Here. And they would get it. I can't think of what it is.
I do not recall this, sir.
I can't even think. Yeah, because it's not a popular song. But females found it. They know what it is because they listen to it. And now it's like, okay, oh, what? You mean I can go out and be as style as I want to? I can go out and dress like this. I can go out with nothing on hardly in the club, and that's okay?
Wait a minute.
Before that was a stigma. Like females didn't go out dressed like they go out now unless it was on Halloween.
Wait, I don't know. Maybe I'm pulling you even further away from your main topic. Right? Maybe I am. Still, the thought just came to me. It just came to me because, I quit listening to music. I quit listening to hip hop, period, in the year 2000. Nelly,
it's called the song. Ball Head Ho. That's the name of the song.
Yeah, I remember that. Was that 3-6 song?
3-6 who?
3-6 Mafia.
No, it's a female song. Ball Head. It's a female singing song.
It was Ball Head Ho.
Ball Head.
There what?
Ball Head Ho shit.
There wasn't the chat.
No, I'm saying a female singer.
Right, the chat was a female.
I don't know who the female. No, it was earlier. It's the song not even 4 years old.
Okay, I don't know it. Okay,
Ball Head Ho shit. That's the name of it.
Okay, so when I go back, right, in the year 2000, right, like I said, I quit listening to hip hop that year because of Nelly and the Yin Yang Twins and whatever. I felt like the music had got so diluted. You know what I mean? You go from Talib Kweli and backwards, and then you get Nelly. Well, anyway, you had Little Kim. You had, you had Little Kim. You had Foxy Brown. You had, there was one more female. I think, who are rapping just as hard and just as nasty and just as self-affirming as Megan and them are right now. Right? So you're saying that now the floodgates are open.
Right, because they wasn't ready for that type of it just the timing wasn't right.
I don't agree. Because
females didn't act like that when you had Foxy Brown.
Not publicly.
Right.
Because social media wasn't there for them to get that comfortable enough with the audience that they their inhibitions were gone. Right. But if you were to come to some of the parties we threw, right. Every female that walked through that door was a Megan Thee Stallion or a Foxy Brown or a Little Kim. You know what I mean?
But they were the same generation though. I mean, they couldn't have been Megan and they couldn't have been a Megan. And,
no, I mean not as artists, but as for the mentality that we're discussing. Right. That self-affirming, sexually aggressive female. Right. But the one that is enticing the guys to step outside of their relationship.
The club is always, or parties are always going to be. The one thing my brother told me, it's a lie. Everything in the club is a lie. You go in the club and you act the way you would. So yeah, they did that at club. I mean, we back in my days they twerked and they didn't have sex on the dance floor. So that wasn't. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is like Megan has allowed them to do it on a daily basis. Live your life this way.
There was a subset of women who did, right?
Not as it is now.
Not now, no. Because and this is the difference. I'm a girl dad like yourself, right? I happen to be one of those who speak, just as gutted to them as they speak with their friends, right? And so one of the things that I talk to them about is the fact that those lashes that they like to stick on their eyes with that toxic glue. When I was, that dude, only girls at a night could afford that. You know what I mean? Because that was their lifestyle. That's how they entice guys with the baby doll eyelashes, right? Belly buttons, showing your belly button. We knew growing up, the girl showing her belly button was the one we could get. If you couldn't get anything else as a lion out there in the jungle, the one showing her belly button, you knew you could get, right? So what I say to these children is, what you guys are thinking is the fashion, what you're agreeing to be fashion for yourself, and what you're saying that you're comfortable doing, I'm saying comes from a lifestyle that you're really not, really ready for, right? And the proof of it is in the music, right? Because the ones who are promoting that lifestyle are the ones who are living it, and they're wearing this stuff. The Megan Thee Stallions, right? What was her career before music, right? What's the one before her? The light-skinned girl. Anyway, regardless, I talk to my children. I say this is prostitute lifestyle that has been made popular, for children to ascribe to. Whereas when we were kids, the adults are right. If you see that girl's navel, you're going to get some. They were correct. Is it correct now too?
Nah, you ain't getting that. No.
Is it correct too? Is it correct now?
I wish it was.
No. And that's the dichotomy of that, right? Dichotomy. The two sides of it. Because what was once true is not true anymore. It's in the Bible, right? Just like we were discussing it that night at the train, that last night at the train, right? They said there's supposed to be the last party. The girls were more interested in shaking their tails for each other than for the guys. When the guys showed up to look, the girls stopped dancing, right? If a girl had a phone up recording, they got even more bold with it. But when the professional photographer showed up, they stopped dancing, right? So now they've separated themselves
Exactly, because it's the music. You have to understand these female rappers, not even female rappers, male rappers too. They promote that. They promote females, girls on girls. You know what I'm saying? So now they feel like it's okay. If it wasn't, if it wasn't for all the girls in the club doing it, then they'd be like, you know, no, I don't want to do that.
Exactly.
But now that girls are doing it, it's okay. I seen that as a DJ. I seen that transition happen in real time. You know, we get on females and man dance and they twerk on us and all that other stuff. We could touch and all that. Now it's like, man, you better not go to no female touch. And the guys they understand that now because they fall back. They fell back to the wall. Like, I ain't dance because they don't want to get rejected. They don't want to fuck their night up by getting rejected 4 or 5 times trying to dance on a female. So guys have fell back to they fell back to the wall. Like, I'll talk to you when you get done doing your little thing or whatever like that. So I had a girl I would take to the club, sexy girl. And I just let her run around, do her thing, touch other females touching her and spanking her on her ass. And, it went from that to now they feeling in the middle. Like, I'm like, what? Y'all, all that in the club, y'all is really out here doing your thing. And I DJ all female parties before. And oh my God, like, it's guys, let me tell you, if you are, look at this. If your female is going to all female party, especially like a lingerie party, you think, oh, that's cool, it's fine. Nigga, if she going to let me tell you, a girl get together, whatever, they sipping wine.
There go all the tea.
They fin to get wild on each other. It may be some licking going on. It may be all types of stuff going on. So I'm just telling y'all, I seen it firsthand. I was lucky to be the DJ. I even played a game with them, like sit on, see if you can get, see how hard you get it. Once they got drunk, I was just like throwing out games like that. They were like, oh, I'm the DJ. So
the DJ gonna get some anyway.
Man, I was trying to take their aunt in the kitchen and it almost went down to the person who invited me came in there. Like, what are you trying to move on? But it's some freaky stuff that goes on. If they touching the club, imagine if they touching the club with people around. Imagine them being by themselves and they half naked. So I'm just saying, you if your girl going to a party like that, just be aware that those type of things are gonna happen. Because once they start twerking,
it's over.
Like, yeah, they're gonna start slapping the asses.
I got tons of video on this computer behind you.
Yeah.
From all these shows I've been to in the last year. That's what they do. They get to the club, the guys are hunting in the beginning. They get their hands slapped. And then the girls are in the middle of the floor dancing and the guys are watching.
Mm-hmm.
The girls look up and see too many guys watching, they stop dancing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not a girl and guy thing, because I say girls now, they got to a point where they're like, I don't need no nigga. They got toys.
Wait a minute, maybe it's the fact that there are so many events going on that, okay, so when I was young, when we were youths, it was a feeding frenzy at a club, right? Everybody got something. Everybody was paying for hotels. You see all the hotels are. Just think about what's going on. If the girls ain't putting out, the hotels are not getting paid.
Right. Yeah, I had a female tell me, a very sexy female. Very, very sexy female. In the club, dark skin. She told me, like, she go in the club and guys are buying drinks. Yeah. And spend money on her. And she had like 2 or 3 guys in the club thinking that she gonna show up at their house and just go home and masturbate. That was what she did. And so those 3 guys are like, man, when she coming home? She ain't thinking about those guys.
$60, $70 each.
She go home masturbating. And like I said, with females having their toys and things like that, and social media, the blue, you got the little rose. Like, would nobody know about the rose? Oh, nobody would know about the rose if girls weren't getting them and then post them on Facebook. Girl, I got my rose. Like I said, showing the numbers. And now they want to know what the rose do and how I do. So, yeah, I mean, you just have to watch for that, You have to watch. As a guy, you have to watch for that. you're female, hang around a bunch of females who do this and this and that, eventually they're gonna do it. What my mom say, you play with dirt and get in your eyes. So if your female is hanging with somebody who's very promiscuous, she telling them the story. She telling them the great time she had, how dude breaking her back, and how this guy is breaking her back, plus buying her stuff. She hearing about those stories and she's fantasizing and things like that. Maybe I'm not saying all females are, so don't get me caught up and say, yeah, you said my wife is cheating like that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you need to be very careful. So we are going on the 40-minute time span on here. So we're just going to stop there for today. And this is just a test run to see how this goes. But make sure y'all tap in. Subscribe to my page. Most definitely. Leave your comments. And we're going to get back to y'all very, very soon. We're going to be doing this on YouTube a lot more. Make sure y'all check out those podcasts and on Apple Music and things like that so you can download them. So we'll get that popped off as well. So without further delay, we'll get out of here. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with us on a Monday. Check us out on Facebook, Johnnie on Facebook. Check out White Class Studios. And also, we got an event coming up here real soon. You want to talk about that a little bit?
No, you're going to talk about it, Mr. Host. You have to get used to shouting out your sponsors.
I got some tickets too.
So you start at the top and you just give them all the information.
Maria's Best Association with Radar Music and Peoria Life presents the pre-Father's Day Barbecue family event with live entertainment by Tory Best. Tory Best. I can't remember I say Tory. I'm like, we're gonna say it right this time. Tory Best.
So much right.
Taz Bangs and music by DJ C Kid. Bam. So it's gonna be some hot music.
You gotta tell them about the food because they have to pick an entree.
Yeah. You're gonna have rice and peas, curry goat, jerk chicken, fried chicken, fish and chips, and mac and cheese. Why should you put the rice and peas first? Is that a meal by itself?
Oh man, depends on who makes it. Yeah, if you eat 2 scoops of rice and peas, you'll probably get full. Because it's red beans and rice.
Oh, okay.
The Caribbean one.
Oh, okay. Jumpers for the kids. So this is all Caribbean food, and it's gonna happen. It's going down.
Read all the food because you have to pick an entree.
I did read all food.
You didn't say nothing about that fried chicken.
I read it. I read through all the way to mac and cheese.
I didn't hear fish and chips.
Okay, we're gonna read the food again.
Yeah.
So he can sleep well tonight.
I will.
Rice and peas, curry goat, jerk chicken. We love this. He's like, fried chicken, fish and chips.
Yeah.
Fried chicken.
Oh.
Fish and chips.
Oh yeah.
And mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
So you say fish and chips. What you talking about? Like
okay, so fish and chips is an entree unto itself, right? So because when you go to England, we have a lot of English friends, right? When you go to England, you order fish and chips. You get fish chips and an ale.
That's like Boston shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. It's a copy. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
So you pick that entree, or you pick the curry goat, or you pick the jerk chicken, right? And then the rice and peas and macaroni and cheese comes with everything.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
Right, and you get a drink. You have to pre-order your food in order to guarantee that your food will be there. If you don't, spend $20 and have one of these tickets. Show them the ticket, Johnny. With a verified number, you cannot collect food. You cannot pay for food when you get there. We only buy what we have already prepaid.
We're going to advertise this tomorrow on Facebook. It's going to be on Facebook. Yeah. So y'all can get y'all tickets.
Yeah.
We're going to have them. You can come pick them up. Yeah. But just something different, y'all. This is cool events of different types of food and things like that. So
bouncy house for the kids in the morning, 11 to 3. Bouncy house and the trampoline with the water hose. I think she said there's basketball hoop on there too. I'm not sure. Right. Kids have to leave by 3:30. Right. No children after 3:30. 4 o'clock, adult entertainment begins with DJ C Kid.
Cool.
And performances by nominated my contestants Taz Bangs, Tory Best, Big Baby, and more to come.
Cool. So this is next weekend?
Saturday, the June 18th, the day before Father's Day.
Saturday, June 18th. Is that coming up? That ain't coming up.
Today's the 8th.
No, that's
Today's
not this weekend, but the next weekend. So we got 2 weeks.
Right. We got 12 more days.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So
11 days in a wake up.
Okay, cool.
If you're locked up, you know what that means.
So with that being said, he just made an inside funny. So I've never been locked up, so I don't know if I can get it. But
you ain't black, you ain't been to jail.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
It's the American way.
Nobody I know has been to jail, so I don't know what he's talking about. It's not the American way at all. Kid inspired to be something better.
Oh shit!
I was joking.
Bullets, ain't throwing bullets.
But yo, check this out. It's gonna be dope. We're gonna start advertising it tomorrow. We got a video, got a commercial.
There's several commercials.
Okay, cool.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We got different commercials.
Bitcoin is down 5% to 29. So it's been going down. They say now's the time to buy. But
Bitcoin will continue its slide off until October when people start pre-purchasing their Christmas cash units.
So there you go. Get in now, and you can make a small fortune maybe. I'm scared to do it because I don't know, it's something new. I think it's going to crash.
Like I said, I'm waiting until October.
I'm scared. I think it's going to crash all the way.
It's still a good buy. They're just waiting for the government to buy.
Okay.
It's like having a runny nose in the auto. You know it's going to happen, right? So Bitcoin is going.
It's going to rebound. Yeah, I've heard people say that. I heard people say it's going to rebound, but
I just let go of the positions I had because I bought in too late anyway. So it was worth backing out.
All right, cool. We're gonna get out of here. That's a whole nother topic. So thank y'all for tapping in.